Hey everyone, we just came in from a nice little walk. I'm gonna warn you, this is if you're here for a good dog video, calm dog video, this is not the one for you. I won't be shouting or anything like that, but so yeah, and also this is an unstructured, just kind of a rant type deal. So our topic today, and something something I've seen since day one with this channel. Maybe not literally day one, but let's just say week 2, is the actual poly police. You've heard me say the poly police. That's our affectionate term for poly fans. But the original term for it was people who they have this very strange preoccupation with fairness and whatever fairness means to them. Now, let's see, how do I say this? Sorry, I'm still getting over a cold. It's one of those long 2-week colds. I still have some congestion going here, so I may have to cut here and there just to clear my throat. So, actually, you know what? Before we go into this, I'm going to start by telling people that I really like in those comments, the ones who say to ignore the comments, and the ones who say, oh, you don't need to answer to them, stuff like that. I understand where you're coming from when you say stuff like that, but here's the thing. Clearly, I'm not I'm not the kind of person who is afraid of confrontation. In fact, much the opposite. I'm not the kind of person who's concerned about what other people think, but I do hear what other people say, one way or another. And I just like to, I like to talk about it. I like to vent a little bit, and who more relevant to vent to than you guys? Now, this is probably going to upset some people. They're going to unsubscribe angrily, leave me a nice comment, and, well, you know what? Well, you know what, buddy? Then if that's just what you want to do. Anyway, let me get back on track here. So whenever I make a video that has poly in it, or Porter and poly in it, right? I will get at least a handful of people who will say, oh, you didn't pay enough attention to poly in this video, or you don't pay enough attention to poly, and they'll say it in kind of a general way. Some of these people are extreme. They'll go as far as to say that I neglect poly, or clearly poly is, second fiddle kind of thing. And man, are these people, are they, what kind of information are you basing what you're saying off of? You watch a couple of YouTube videos where I pet Porter a minute longer than I pet Polly, and your reaction to that is, you neglect Polly. Like, seriously, I'm so fascinated by that. Do people like that have some kind of, I don't know, jealousy issue, or is it like a daddy, mommy issue kind of thing? I'm just so curious about it. The other thing is that, do you know how much of a, frankly, stupid assumption you're making? You're assuming, based off of, let's just say you watched all my videos, and you timed how much I pay attention to the dogs, and you found that I pay 3 times more attention to Porter. Do you think that means anything? I live with these dogs 24 hours a day. You do not see my interactions with them. You see a tiny, tiny little window. And if you seriously believe Polly is neglected in any way, you need to go get yourself checked out, because that's not logical thinking. Polly is extremely pampered. She probably gets paid attention to more than the vast majority of dogs. How much attention do I spend to them day to day? It varies. You know, if Polly comes and sits in my lap and wants pets, guess who gets pets? If Porter does, guess who gets pets? When it comes to food, because food is another one. Especially before, we had this video where I gave Porter a couple extra pieces of chicken, and there were people who were like, "You should give Polly chicken. It's clear to me that you don't love Polly." Like, just the craziest stuff. I just don't understand. This is probably the only time you're going to hear me ever be actually, whoa, my blind cat's Filana, actually angry about something like this in a video. But I'm just so tired of it. I'm so tired of it. And I'm making this video to tell you that if you don't stop, the people who do this, you're just going to get muted from the channel. And I know people do not like videos like this. But seriously, I'm putting my foot down. If I'm going to continue like actually reading comments, which I do, by the way, I read your comments. I may not reply because I only have so much time and energy, right? But I read them, and when I see this stuff, it annoys me. Honestly, it annoys me more than any of the nasty comments, any like personal attacks, or, you know, someone who says, oh, they want to punch Porter in the face or something like that. Because those people are just like comically like crazy, right? And just get rid of them, whatever. But the people who are, put yourself in my position. Someone is, you're being negged, nitpicked every single day by, you know, a handful of people or more. Do you think that would wear on you? Especially when it's something that you're sensitive about, like your dogs. You could nitpick me on so many other topics. You could tell me how dirty my house is. Stuff like that. That doesn't bother me. Of course, people do that. That doesn't bother me. And if it did bother me, my house would be a lot cleaner every time I took a video. But it's something that drives me crazy, and I'm just tired of it. And I came to a crossroads the other day where I'm like, you know what? I'm either gonna just not look at the comments anymore, or I'm gonna make this video and make a bunch of people upset and make them leave. So here we are. We're doing that. We're doing number 2, because I really, man, there are some people that I love. I love to see your comments. I love to talk to you when I can. Seriously, people who do that, please just stop. Seriously, just a moment ago, I had a YouTube story, and it showed Polly. She was just laying over there on the couch. She was sleeping, and someone made some stupid comment, right, about how she feels left out. Seriously, have you met Chihuahuas? If you pay attention to one, the other one will be jealous. That for sure. But why are you assuming that's always the case? If Polly's sitting over there on the couch, she's probably just wants to go sit by herself. They do that, you know. They do that. This does not just extend to Polly, by the way. There have been quite a few videos where if one of my cats is in the video, I'll see people who are like, why aren't you petting your cat? Look, because I'm not making a video about petting every animal in my house. I'm making a video about whatever, you know, Porter scratching my arm and whatever kind of crazy madness he's doing. I'm not walking around giving everybody a treat in the whole house. We have 6 cats. I'm making a video with some expected time duration. And that's what we're focusing on right now. We're not walking around, here you go, here, oh, you need pets because someone's going to get upset. Like, it's just absurd. And I don't know. I would love to understand the psychology behind these kinds of people, but I don't think that's ever going to happen. I'm just going to assume, and this is just rude to say of me, but this is where I am at this point. You've got people have some kind of issues. I'm going to go ahead and assume that those people think that their parents like their sibling more than they like them. That kind of stuff. I feel like, they're the jealous boyfriend or the jealous girlfriend in the relationship. They're always so concerned about fairness and being treated fair that it harms them in their life. You see how these are assumptions, by the way? Do you like that? Do you like me jumping to conclusions? Yeah. I don't like you jumping to conclusions about how I treat my dogs and how much attention they get. So, yeah. To the other 99% or more of our viewers, I apologize for this rant. I don't think you're ever going to see a rant like this from me again. But yeah, we really appreciate you guys, and I appreciate that you guys are sane and that you don't air out your personal issues on our dog channel. Anyway, I appreciate you watching. Hit the like button, and if you're upset with what I said, hit that dislike button. Write your angry comment. Hit the unsubscribe button. Whatever you're gonna do. Have a great day. And well, hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more. What you say?